Hi dummies, it's Mike Smigiel. This is a continuation of my last making of video. See, I'm trying to make these educational videos take off. Truth be told, I used to be a college professor, but I think they let me go because I didn't portray myself in a professional manner or something.
But my favorite hobby of all is making fun of your small penis.
So shut the f*** up and have a nice day. So these videos have to take off. You gotta start f***ing watching. 700 views, 100 views. I cannot be doing this like 40 years from now, okay? I just can't.
Well, hello dummies, if there's anybody out there. Today we're going to look at this antique Canon lens and see what it does. But first, I'm going to jump on the Bing and find out just what a failure my life has been.
Anyway, the first music video I'm going to go over is the mirror, and the unique equipment I used to create it. So the mirror came into existence because I actually spent a bunch of money on some new lenses as part of my equipment. The first thing I bought, I spent $20 on Amazon, and I got myself a Holga toy lens. And this thing is quite the piece of shit. However, I did some tests with it.
Sup, sexy?
And it has a very unique look. It's very gimmicky, but it's cool. I was thinking even the raw footage looks like VHS, so what if I added a bunch of stuff to it? So that's what I did for the beginning of the music video. I just shot him in the street, made it look like it was handheld camera work like your dad shot it, and then in post, made it look like VHS, added some text, added crop bars, and there you go. You got yourself some VHS footage. The next part is something that everyone thinks I did in post, but I only did half of it in post. It would be the Holga turret lens. This lens comes with two turrets. The first one is completely useless, does a bunch of colors and is honestly completely, I have no idea why anyone would use this. The second one is a kaleidoscope. It has 10 different circles and each one has a different look to it. And I was like, this is super dope. We can do this in a music video once, probably never again, for $140. What I was doing was I was turning it on beat with the song. There's 10 beats, turn it 10 times, you got a cool look. The only thing I did in post was in between each circle I changed the color correction to make it look even more intense. Now inside the house I actually shot on Soviet Union glass. The first one being the Mir 1B, a 37mm lens. There is nothing unique or interesting about this lens in its normal state. Now it is only about $80, but still not even worth it. It's not exceptionally sharp or anything. However, I did find a YouTube video that explains that if you take out the front glass element, flip it upside down and put the lens back together, you get a very unique look to the backgrounds of your video. So that, combined with the fact that I accidentally set my camera to anamorphic mode when I was trying to shoot widescreen mode, got the unique look we got for this one shot. And for our final look, we actually shot on the Soviet Union Jupiter 11 135mm lens. Also going online for between $70 and $80. This thing is built amazingly. Everything runs very smoothly. Even though this is dirty as hell, you can tell this has been around for a while. But it gives this very unique look to the footage. Just kind of muddy, but in a good way. Now with the test I did, you could actually see that the bokeh in the background is amazing with this lens. Just sparkly and looks very glamorous. So I could definitely find a use for it someday. And you know what time it is now? It's time for some anxiety comments! Okay, let's do it. I have thar too, but hey, it kinda is make you sad and you worry about other things so much it worry you makes you worry. Please kill me, it's beautiful, also #savage. Well, this next one isn't even that bad. I was always fat. Newborn I weighed 10 pounds? 10 pounds. While on the topic of mathematics, actually the next video we're going to talk about is Can't Tell Me Shit, which required quite a bit of math to create. This music video, despite being only 38 seconds long, took us an entire day to plan and shoot. Mostly because it did require a lot of math and pre-production before we went out to actually shoot on location. Of course, the very first scene is in the pool, shot at 24 frames per second. Normal speed, we just played the song and he sang along to it. Took a few takes because he was in a pool and it was difficult to maneuver him around properly. The harder and more complex stuff came when we were out in Baltimore City filming. We did 2 different techniques. You see throughout the music video, at one point he's actually moving in slow motion, but still singing the words to the song properly. And I'm sure you've seen this in other music videos before. There's also another section where he's moving in hyperspeed and still saying the words. How did we do this? Well, let's start with the slow motion part. Let's think about this mathematically. Normally, you shoot 24 frames per second for normal speed video. But let's say we want to shoot slow motion, so we'll have to shoot more frames per second. Here we shot 48 frames per second. We're shooting double the amount of frames per second, so time is going to move at 50% speed. Therefore, we needed to take the original song and speed it up to 200% speed, meaning in real life, he had to sing the song at double speed. So then when we played the footage back, which would be half the speed of real life, the double speed song would be slowed down to normal speed song. You can't tell me shit. Exact opposite technique for the fast speed. Normally we shoot 24 frames per second, so here we shot 12 frames per second. Now because we're shooting 12 frames per second and speeding it up to 24 frames per second in post, everything's going to be moving at double speed. So what does that mean we have to do to the song? We have to slow it down to 50%. Because if he's singing the song in real life at 50% speed, and we're shooting half the speed of what is going to be in post, when we speed up from 12 to 24 frames per second, we will also be speeding up the song from 50% speed to 100% speed. Tell me shit. Yeah, I'm making big moves. Putting it back to normal, making him move in hyperspeed, and still saying the words properly. So I just thought of something. Despite the fact that I might not be getting a lot of views, I'm probably getting a lot of money. Let's check my YouTube revenue. It seems that on my making of anxiety video, I made $1. Okay. And on my music video editing techniques explained, 27 cents. I think we're gonna have to stop this. Can we stop it? Please, can we stop? Can we stop it, please? What? I didn't know I was making this little money. I'm gonna have to actually let you go. I'm sorry. I moved here from Missouri for this job. My fiance and I bought a house here. I mean, like, yeah, I met her. She seemed nice. I don't understand. Do you think that I don't have problems too? Like, I need my windshield wipers replaced. Like, I gotta go to the mall. Like, I gotta... You're gonna compare windshield wipers to my f***ing life? No, like, it's a serious issue. Like, they have to be replaced. What are you talking about windshield wipers? You owe me a whole new life. Oh, okay. We're gonna... I wasn't f*** you. I mean, if you want to be lippy like that, you can just take your ass back to Enterprise Rent a Car, you know? I told you to never bring that up. You can just take your ass back to Enterprise Rent a Car. F*** you. Fine. Fine, dude. Fine. Fine.
F*** you.
It's not even a problem.
We both know you'll be doing this 40 years from now. We both know that.
Well, thank you for watching, dummies. Come on back tomorrow and see if I'm still alive.